all the thousands of you who are sending me comments about how to become fluent in speaking. Everybody has the problem that I'm not able to speak English. They have all other skills, but it doesn't translate to speaking. Then I would like to tell you that if you improve your listening, then you become a better speaker. That is what today's video is about. How to improve your speaking so that you become fluent when you speak English. What are the processes of listening which you have to follow? I'm going to give you all these 7 ideas one by one. The first idea which I have given you just now is that if you listen properly, if you listen in the right way, then not only your listening improves, but your speaking improves. Because again and again I've been telling you this, that a small baby learns to speak the mother tongue only by listening. When a child is born, no parent buys a dictionary or a grammar book to give to the child. The child listens carefully and then the child starts speaking, one word at a time. Then a few words together, maybe in not the correct structure. The child does not know how to say I. The child might say his or her name rather than the pronoun. Such things happen. But by the time you grow up, that ability to listen has made you a good speaker of your mother tongue. You need to translate that into English also. Therefore, improve your listening to become a fluent speaker of English. All of you will now tell me that you listen all the time. You listen to English for a long time each day, many hours each day, but still your speaking does not improve. Now I would like to tell you that are you really listening, or are you impatient and you stop listening after a few seconds or a few minutes? This is very important. Somebody is talking to you. You have heard the first 5 sentences. That person continues to talk. Your mind has switched off. This happens very often. So you have to bring in your entire focus on listening. Because unless you have the entire focus on listening, you are not going to improve your listening. Please remember that to become impatient after a few seconds or a few minutes, which happens in YouTube videos all the time, that you start watching, then after 30 seconds you get bored and you go off to another channel. In this way, you can never improve. Whatever you're listening to, even if it is a short passage or it's a long one, you have to listen from the first minute to the last with full concentration. Now here is point number 3. I told you I'll give you 7. Here is the third one. You can use material which is easily available to you. There was a time when listening material was very difficult when I wanted to teach English to my students. So we would get some cassettes or we would get some people who speak very well, record it and then play it for them. Today you open YouTube, you have so much material. There are hundreds of videos on my channel itself which you can listen. There is no need to listen back to back only to improve your listening. You have to see that this improvement translates into speaking. That is our topic today. Listening for speaking. So choose your material wherever you want. The news if you want that. Sports commentary if you want that. But you have material. All you have to do is to listen properly. Now I'm going to tell you about two types of listening which we do. Active listening is when we are constantly interacting with the passage. We are responding to the passage. We are reviewing our own abilities of English when we are listening to the passage. But we don't do that. We often do passive listening. That means we just sit back and whatever the person says, we just listen, and most of the time we listen only for meaning. But that is not enough. As I told you the example of the child, if the child is only listening for meaning, the child will not be able to articulate a single sound. Without knowing the meaning of the word ma or the meaning of the word pa, these are two simple sounds. But ma means mother, pa means father. This the child is able to say. So the child is concentrating on making that sound which the child is able to hear, not passively listening to understand what it means. Active listening would mean that you have to evaluate your listening. You have to measure your listening. Suppose you listen for 5 minutes or you listen to this video. Then you ask yourself, how much did I understand? 50%? 100%? 20%? Begin at that point, because if you understand only a little of it, then you need to understand much more. And if you go on to another listening passage, another video, you are not going to improve this one. Here you have heard certain words, certain expressions which you could not understand. So go on listening to it. And once you listen many times, you will find that what was uncomfortable, what was unfamiliar has become very familiar and very easy for you to understand. Repeatedly, if you listen, you can evaluate with each listening how your understanding is becoming better and better. Try it and let me know what you think. Now, you need not only listen to others, you should also listen to yourself. Therefore, once this video is finished, try to recollect what did you understand, what did you hear in this video. Then speak about that in English. Doesn't matter if you make many mistakes. Record it yourself. Speak loudly, record it. Or speak in front of a mirror, look at yourself and see how well you are speaking. As you speak, you can also listen. Or when you record, you can replay and listen. Once you do this every day, take a video, listen to it, stop the video, speak about it, record it, listen again, then come back to the video once more. If you practice this even for a week, sincerely, following all these 7 steps, I can guarantee you your speaking will improve. Then you will not send comments saying, my speaking is very bad, I am not able to speak more than 2 or 3 sentences at a time. That will never happen to you again. Listening will also help you to learn grammar. It will help you to learn vocabulary, pronunciation, all the 3 language skills. If you have these language skills, they are like the foundation. On that foundation, you build your speaking. But if you are really listening actively, as I told you in an earlier point, this is point number 7, the last point which I am going to give you. So, when you are listening, listen to each sentence, listen to each phrase, listen to the way in which the verb and the noun or the subject are connected, try to reproduce these when you speak or when you write. Similarly, learn words, even if the word is simple, see how it is used. See how, it collocates with others. Once you do this, you will find that your grammar is becoming better without looking at a grammar book. Your vocabulary is becoming better without reading, books like 1 minute vocabulary or immediate improvement and so on. Pronunciation also is important. Every time I open Google Maps, I see that the person whose voice is being used in India says A. There is A traffic earlier. But we don't say A there, we say A. So it is only, AI is doing that. So because most people are saying A in front of any noun which requires an article, this AI is also saying the same thing by saying there is a traffic jam in front of you. That's not correct. Listen to passages where your pronunciation becomes standard pronunciation. Try these 7 tips. All the 7 steps are easy for you, and then in the comment box give your feedback. If you want more interaction and participation in the channel, become a member, and then you can attend live classes where you have interaction with me and with all the participants who are a part of that live class. I conduct live classes regularly, and much of the class depends on what you require, not what I want to tell you, but what you want to know. All the best, and thank you.